Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, big welcome to my new subscribers. Really lovely to have you. Thank you very much. Gosh, I've got so much to show you. Right, been busy, girl. Busy, busy, busy. I had the urge to do some lino printing yesterday. You've seen this one before, but I thought I'd show you. I've actually embellished him with a lot of slow stitching, a bit of felt here. It's not quite catching. Take my glasses off and I can see what I'm looking at then. There we are. So you can just see the metallic, and I just sort of couched down the felt here basically. Stitched round him, gave him an eyeball, and then I went in with silver thread around here to make it look like he's causing a stream. And yeah, I think he's cute. And I think that is a perfect size if anybody, just wants to start, have a go and have something to play around with basically. So okay, so that's that one, and I've done this one, and what I'm intending to do, oh, I didn't bring it up. I've done these in landscape like this before, where I made this the sun and this the hills and that. Look at a previous video, I did show them all. I do need to iron this, but I thought I would try and turn it into an abstract. So I'm thinking of making this kind of into a flower basically, and then just a bit of, I don't know, I'm going to work on it. So I printed that one yesterday as well, but let me show you some of the other prints that I've done as well. I did go a bit mad actually. I've done loads. When I did the lino cutting demo, I showed you the lino cut I'd done of the seabird. That's not a very good print. Let me show you the others. I'm going to work on that one. I'll leave that one to the side because that'll be my one. Are you picking it up? Yeah. So it's a wading bird, and the idea is that you do exactly like this. You pick out the bits, but I would personally cover the blue with white, okay, with white felt or fabric or whatever you've got, and then pick out his wing in a grey or something, and then maybe make some sort of feathery stitches, and then like I've done on here, stitch into the sea lines there and outline his legs and that kind of thing, put his eye in. It's up to you. I mean, it's so, it's so suggestive. You do what you like with it, really. So I thought these were all up the same way, sorry. So slightly darker one, lighter one. So yeah, I've done quite a few of that one. I was really pleased with the way that came out. That's another one of this little one here. So little ones there. I just did a couple of those. And then I did the dove. Again, I showed you in a previous video. Let me grab it, 2 seconds. Oh, big stretch. Here's my previous version where I've stitched on the felt, the dove obviously, and this piece here, and then I hand stitched the word peace and stitched the leaves. Did a little sewing in the background here. Some hand stitch. I think a lot of this was machine stitch because it was a class that we did. We had a shop, and anyway, long story. So I've done the same again here. I've done it in an olive green because if you don't fancy doing the leaves, you don't need to on this one because obviously it's an olive branch. Yeah, again, I would cover the bird in felt, and I'll show you how I do it. And I think I've done them all olive green actually. Some are dark, some are light. Yeah, they're all olive green. And what I do to get the pieces that I need to cut out, basically, you can see the 2 bits here that I did for the fish. Okay, so that was his 2 body parts basically. All right, so all you do is you pop a piece of thin copy paper on there. You can just see enough through that you just get the outline of what you want to cut out of felt, and then put that onto your felt. I use felt. You can use fabric. I love wool felt. It's just to die for. It's so lovely to work with. That's what I cut the fish. Yeah, so just draw an outline, get what pieces you want to cover, decide, and then cut them out of felt and literally lay them on top, and you can slow stitch them on, you can machine stitch them on. It doesn't matter, it's completely up to you. So if anyone's interested, I need to put some of these in the shop because I know some people wanted those. But if you fancy having a go at the seabirds, then obviously let me know, and I can put them on. Why are they? That's so annoying. That one came out really dark blue, actually. It's the only one that's upside down. So yeah, there we are. So my original lino cuts. So you know, they're mine to sell. So let's put those there. They're still very, very slightly tacky, but not too bad. They'll be dry in like a day or so. Oh, the other ones that I did were, I've done some more of the little fish. I just think he's such an easy project to start with, you know, really nice and simple. So these are a lot drier now. I've had them all spaced out around the house. And another one of those. And I also printed on card in between doing the fabric ones. I picked off. I put a bit too much paint on basically, but it's okay. They're fine. So yeah, I just pulled them off with card, and look at that. I'm really pleased with it. I've never printed on card before. I've always printed on fabric. I don't know why. Why I've never printed on card before, I don't know. So got a little bit on there, a little bit mucky there, but that's not too bad. I just thought, you know, maybe, don't know, if anybody would like a print, let me know. That's those. I did the same thing with the fish. I did them on mixed media card, because then you can paint them or do whatever you want with them. Anyway, so that's that. So though I had a bit of a session yesterday with the old lino printing, which I thoroughly enjoyed, and I've stitched him today because I wanted to. I was curious to see what you could do with it actually. So there we are. So that's that. As some of you that have been with me for a while know, I'm doing the Anne Brooke challenge. It's the Sew for the Soul book hashtag, and we had to choose a colour that we either, well, I don't know, she didn't say you didn't like. It was one that you don't use very often, and red was the only colour I could think of. I don't use it very often, and I really struggled to find these fabrics actually, but fabrics I found. Yeah, lovely, no problem. So let me get a little bit closer and you might be able to see. So I put the paper on there because that green is quite dark. So I've laid it up. The brief is just, well, there wasn't much of a brief, I'll be honest with you. It was just, you know, choose the colour you're not particularly keen on. We've got to put on yo-yos and hexies. I'd previously done these little crochet red flowers. I thought perfect, they can go on, no problem at all. I had to keep the colour that we're running a colour throughout the whole book, and mine is lime green, so I've had to put a bit of lime green on, but it's also in the leaves here, so that's fine. It's all kind of gone, which is all good. And I've got my vintage buttons here, which I'll put a few of those on. And then I've picked out this fabric in some little hexes. They've got long tails on, so I can sew them on. So yeah, so I've done some little hexes. I don't know where I'm going to place them at the moment. I need to work that out. And then I've done the teeny tiny Suffolk puff, or yo-yo, I think a lot of people call them. Sorry, strings. Yeah, so again, sorry, excuse me, I've done that in the same fabric, so I don't know where I'm going to place them yet. I've literally just I got it together all yesterday and sewed these last night. So yeah, that's pages, we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 5 and 6. So yeah, red. I don't often work with red, so that's quite nice. That's all I could find that was red. It's a bit sad really, isn't it? But never mind. Right, so that's that one. And then I've got my little basket of threads. This is a weird stuff. I think it's made by Moon. Yeah, because I've got it in silver as well, which I used on the fish. And it's kind of like a a wire thread. It's very odd. But anyway, this is my little... So I've pulled out all my reds, and I've got to keep the lime green going, so I'll leave that one in there. That can go... I've got a basket full of these downstairs, so that can go back in the basket now. I don't need that one anymore, because that was on the previous pages. If you keep up with what I've been doing, you'll see those, and all of those need to go in there, actually, out the way. So that's the Anne Brooke challenge done. So let me just wind this up because it's managing to unwind itself. Oh, I did a a video previous to this one actually, and it was just slow stitching basically. And I mentioned in that to use your sewing threads as embroidery threads, and it works beautifully. I don't know if you're going to be able to pick it up. This blue is just around the edge of the fish here. It was the perfect colour to go with the background, so I've edged it with that as a sparkly one. I know it's not picking it up, is it? Typical. Anyway, it's there. I can see it. It's sparkling like a good one to me. So yeah, get your this is really hard to sew with on the sewing machine. I have to use it in the bobbin 9 times out of 10, and therefore I very rarely use it. I've got 6 of them, I think, so in different colours. So yeah, so that's that. That's why I left those out. That's that. Jolly good. So like I say, if you watch the previous little video, well, 30 minutes, it still rambled on. I showed you this piece. Ooh, get down a bit. And on screen, I'll just get it up close. I sewed the big circles there. I'm stopping for a minute because I'm not quite sure what I want to do with this. I'm really contemplating a journal cover, but if I do, it's going to have to fold that way. And I'm just trying to work out if I like that orientation with some of the prints. It's okay to me. I'm all right with it. I don't know, but if I do it that way, you see, I'll get a nice journal cover here. So that'll be front. Let's just turn that over, and that'll be the back. So therefore, I can concentrate the stitching more in here, or you know, stitch a because I did these little ones a while ago, so I could probably stitch one of these. Not that. I think that's the only one that would go. No, not even that one. Anyway, I can always make another one, but these are like little mini slow stitch pieces. So I just chose a pattern fabric with a background. They're just stitched onto wadding, and then I put my, obviously, bees, and then my birds, and that kind of thing. Yeah, they don't stand out enough. I'd need to do one on either a really bright pink or even maybe a chocolate brown. I don't know. Yeah, I need to play around with that idea. So I've stopped stitching on that for now, because my intention was every circle I was going to go in and in and in and do like a spiral, but I don't want to do that if I'm then going to be cutting it. So I've stopped for now until I make a decision. So now just, oh yeah, there it is. I was going to say I've lost my purple bit. Again, in a previous video, I said I promised I would show you how I start these off, and this is, oh, really, this is the start of one. Obviously, this is purples, and these are all just scraps. I've got purple. I've got a bag of purple scraps, and this is them. And I've literally just chopped them into either into long pieces, or you know, as you can see. I'm not going to ramble on about that because you can see what I've done. Initially underneath here, let me just pin that one back on, I've got a layer of wadding, I've got a layer of a really thin, the curtain linings basically. I buy a lot of old curtains and I take all the linings out, give them a wash, and you know, they're fine to use as background fabrics. And I have on the underneath all this, I've put a layer of Bonder web here and here, and I've ironed it and I've caught down what I can, and for the most part it's worked really well. But as you can see, there's some pieces here which are still very loose. So I got it to that stage and I thought I'm going to hand stitch it all like that. But of course, trying to stitch that on your lap and all these bits flopping forward and all the rest of it, I was slowly going bonkers. So I thought, no, what I'm going to do is do a combination of machine stitch to get the most of it down, and then go in and hand stitch, which is basically what I've done here. So I'll just get a bit closer for you. You can see here I've got hand stitching in there, because that's how I started. But as I say, it was just slowly driving me insane, so I stopped, because I thought I'm going to mess this right up. So I did quite a few rows here. Oh, up to here actually. That's machine, yeah. And I just thought, right, stop. So I got it on the machine this morning. I put my machine on the biggest stitch it does, which I think was a 7. I don't know what that, I don't know if that means 7mm. I don't think it is 7mm. No, it's not that big. And I just stitched down what I needed to. I didn't go too mad. I didn't heavily quilt it. I just stitched where I thought I needed to catch it. And then I'm sort of going in with bits of hand stitching, because when you do that and you stitch over the top, you form other shapes inside these shapes, if that makes sense. So I thought I'd just go through. So now it's all, you know, it's all nice and it's not falling off. Okay, which is what was, yeah, driving me nuts. So tonight I can actually sit. Once I've decided, I'm going to make a decision when I finish this video or what I'm going to use it for, and then I can then go in and do the further embellishments and more hand stitching without it all dropping on my lap, basically, because that's what was happening. So yeah, so that's that one. You can see on the back all the quilty lines. Okay, and then obviously that's my hand stitching. So that's that up to date. And as I say, that it's as simple as you can either do strips or pieces, patches. You know, you don't have to do strips. A lot of mine was in strips anyway, from sort of doing patchworky type stuff, or you know, when I rip a fabric, it comes off in strips. So I just left it like that, and that's where we are. I don't know where that's come from. I can't see a gap. I'll leave it on there, and then I might be able to just sort of do that. So, and you know, you just play around with this until it gets to where you're happy with it. And so yeah, I need to stitch this on the machine just to get the worst of it held down. And then I mean, the other way around it is to completely cover the whole background with Bond web, and then just iron the whole lot, and it should be fine. But I thought, well, I want to do a bit of machine quilting anyway on it, so I might as well just sort of kill two birds with one stone, as the saying goes. Just going to put those right through, because I decided to put batting on at the last minute, so they're not yeah, so there we are. So that's the purple one. Pink one, let's say, I'm going to decide what I'm going to do with that, and then yeah, that's it really. So right, that was down there, so that's that one done. What else was I going to show you? Oh, today's tag. I got a box of, which are now buried under everything. I've had these distress crayons, gosh, over a year. Never used them. And this tag book that we're all doing, well, quite a few people are doing, I should say. I want to use this as a reason. I want to make tags out of stuff that I don't use very often. Does that make more sense? So I thought, right, I want to colour them. I want to use these distress crayons. So I have. So, oh, and the other thing I wanted to use was, sorry, it's buried. Hang on, bear with me. I've had this Fiskars punch for a long, long time, from scrapbook days. And it around the corner, and it puts those two lines in as well, which is that there. Okay, you see the lines. Okay, so I thought, perfect, that's it. So I got the distress crayons, scribbled on the tag, and just smushed them with a wet baby wipe, and then that was the background. And then I went over again with different colours. I think it was that one actually, through a stencil, and just got that stencil effect on there. Punched the corner. This is very simple, this one. And I did a little round edge tag type thing. That's a bingo ticket there, or not a bingo ticket, a lucky dip ticket. I bought a whole book of them, and that's fine. You know, these aren't going to be sold or anything. These are for me to just play around with stuff, which is quite nice actually. It's quite refreshing, because a lot of the stuff I make, it is, you know, to put in the shop and that. So, and then this morning, well, last night I watched, was it last night or the night before? Anyway, I watched Artie Mays making these circle things. I have put a video out, and Tracy Fox, I mentioned to Tracy Fox about it, and she very kindly let me upload my YouTube video that I've done, so that's on my list there somewhere. And I put it on Artie Mays and Friends as well, because I thought, when I was watching it, I thought it's okay if if you've made jewellery before, you know how to, use your pliers and all the rest of it, and you might have the wire, etc., etc. But then I thought, do you know what? I've got wine glass charms that already come with one loop formed. All you got to do is form the other loop, put a jump ring in, hang your charm off. So this morning I was up at 00 Sparrow this morning again, and I just thought, right, try it, see if it works, and it did. And I thought, yeah, that's just so much easier if you haven't got the wire working skills, which a lot of people don't, or you don't want to go to the expense of buying a ring mandrel and the wires and all the rest of it. You buy these. I think they come in other colours. I've only ever bought the silver ones, I'll be honest with you. But then a lot of my charms are silver, so it makes sense to buy silver for me. And this is the 20mm size, which I think is perfect. I mean, this is not a massive tag. Let me get my ruler. Oh, let's get it at the right end. Does help. It's just shy of 6 inches by, I don't know, 2 3/4 inches. So it's not a massive tag, and that looks just right. And I think on a bigger tag, you might even want a bigger one. But actually, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Gives you that, that dangly element. And then I thought, well, do you know what? A bulb pin is just perfect for that. So yeah. So that's that. Let me get my folder. Where is it? There it is. So you saw me make this. I've done a video on it. My little tag folder thingamajiggy. So he can go in there now with all his other friends. Oh, there's those paper clips. I was looking everywhere for them this morning. I've got to put them in there. So let's put that in the front, I think. But what I was going to do was get one of these and just paper clip that tag to the side, because it keeps on wanting to fall out. There we are. That's better. So yeah, it was just just playing around with stuff that I've not used not used since I bought it, I'll be honest with you. So let's get that back over the front, and we'll pop it in its vellum pocket, or tracing paper pocket, I should say. So yeah, it's, I'm filling up. Quite pleased with that. It's getting there, and it's quite nice with the tracing paper. You can still see, there's a tag there, and if you want to look at it, you just pull it out and have a look at it. And yeah, everybody's in so far. So just going to try and keep up now. Just make a tag a day, which shouldn't be too painful. So I think that's it actually. Yeah, I've not even filled the first signature yet, so that's good. But it is going to Gatormouth. Never mind. I kind of thought it would, but that's fine. I might just make a big belly band for it actually, or just tie it with a bit of ribbon. I don't know. Anyway, so that's that. So yeah, so for that tag alone, oops, sorry, I used two things that I've had for ages and never used. Well, yeah, no, I haven't used them. I haven't used those, and I really can't remember ever using this either. So yeah, so that was good. Quite enjoyed that. Oh, confession time. I went out today and I bought fabric because I need some, obviously. I haven't got a whole room full of it. Well, to be fair, I've got a couple of custom order requests for the bags that I do sell on my Susie Q makes one. So one was a chicken's. My lady wants a chicken one. I didn't have any chicken fabric. Not what I liked anyway. So let's get it up the right way. I've only bought half a yard of each because they were darned expensive fabrics, but never mind. If I can get it to behave itself. Look at the loony chickens. I think they're so cute. So yeah, I bought half a yard because it's yeah, Prestigious Textiles. They are not cheap, but oh, the handle on this, it is just divine. It's a really heavy cotton, Yeah, 100% cotton, designed in the UK. And yeah, I'm hoping the lady is going to love it. I've sent her a message on Etsy, so hopefully she'll say, oh yes. So yeah, look at that. Crazy birds. I think they're so cute. And whatever's left over, I'm really thinking of sticking the Bonder web on the back and using those as images on other things. I think they're hilarious. So that's that one. And oh, another person wanted some puffins, and I really thought I was going to struggle with this, but lo and behold, puffins! Yay! Again, I think it's another, yeah, it is prestigious textiles again. Let me get that up there for you. Alright, so it's a UK. I don't know if it's exclusively UK. I wouldn't have thought so. But anyway, they are super cute. Let me give you a close-up. Look at those little faces. Just lovely. And again, it is just, you can just feel the quality. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to making those bags actually, which is good. It's very good. Oh, and another one was I do knitting and crochet bags basically, and I do a little pouch, and I sell a little pouch separately from this fabric but in cream. And lady wanted one of my plastic fronted bags, which I can't see for the life of me now. I've got one here somewhere. Oh, where are you? Oh, I don't know where it's gone. Yeah, I do the film fronted knitting sewing bags basically, and she wanted it in blue. She said, "Do you do any other colours?" I said, "Well, blue." And she said, "Oh, okay, yeah, lovely." So I've shown her sent her the picture. She loves it. So I need to make a plastic film fronted bag, zip up bag. Where's my orange one? Let me get my goggles on and I can see what I'm doing. Hold on. There it is. See, get the glasses on. It's amazing what you can do. So yeah, it's these. Sorry, this one's really bright. Yeah, the plastic fronted zip top project bag basically. So she wants one of those with the blue sheep, and then I do a little pouch that goes with them for you know, your scissors and just whatever you need to keep. So yeah, so that was the other one. Again, I think that's another prestigious textiles. Have we got a typical? There's no thingy on that one. Might not be. I can't. Yeah, I can't remember. I just know that they have it at my wholesaler, so that's great. So yeah, again, another half a yard of that. So love them. I love that puffin. I think he's gorgeous. And that's it. Yeah, I just got some boring. Well, not boring, but yeah, very useful calico. Beautiful, beautiful handle again. It's just, yeah, and it's nice because they leave all, it's not bleached, it has all the little pips in it. You can just see the little black dots. Love that. Really nice effect. And that's what I lino printed onto as well. So that was cool. And then these were in the remnant bins. This was stupid price. Hang on. That was 66p. Can you believe it? It is a very thin cotton, mind. I'm going to have to, you know, back it and what have you. But I thought that was just beautiful. It'll be a lovely lining for a bag. So it's quite a big piece actually, but for 66p, I was like, yep, you're coming home with me, my dear. So that's that one. Oh, sorry, oops, sorry, apologies. It's me throwing my arms around. Sorry about that. Oh, and this was, actually, no, that was, hang on, that was 94p. This was 66p, and it's just a remnant of net curtain, but it's cream, and look how dainty and lovely. Let me put it on that orange bag and you'll really see it. It's just so, so delicate. It's beautiful, and I've wanted a really delicate lacy, look at that, isn't it lovely? So I thought, yep, that's fine, 66p. I mean, it has got some faults in it, but then for what we use it for in our journals, it doesn't matter. See, there's a fault line. Oh, I don't know, actually. No, it might just be... No, it's not a fault line. I thought it was. I thought it had been pulled, but it hasn't. So, and there's, you know, there's yards of it. Well, not yard. There's quite a bit. Not yards. But yeah, it's just net curtain. But it's off-white. It's not the shiny, in-your-face white. So I don't even have to coffee dye this one. It's a nice ivory cream colour. So very happy with my little purchases. Oh, and the other thing was I bought these two ditzy florals because I'm making up little fabric packs basically, and I'd previously bought these ones, and I thought it's not enough for a fabric pack, so I needed two others to go with it, and I thought these, yeah, those two would go really nice. It's quite nice to have a little ditzy floral fabric to go in anything really, a bit of patchwork, bit of slow stitching. So yeah, I think that'll make quite a nice little fabric pack. So just need to chop these ones at the back here up, and the others are already done. So that was that. So there we are. Is there anything else? Come on, look around the table. I'm frantically looking. No, I think that's it. I still have not found that gel printed cover and those tags. If they don't turn up, I'm going to cry. I might have to, because it is so frustrating. I mean, it's not a massive room. I just don't know where they could have gone. Anyway, that's my torture for myself. It's got to be around here somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. So the other thing that I'm going to try this afternoon is these, because I know we can do it on the freezer paper, but this says it goes through your printer. So I'm going to give it a go and see if it works. I don't think my printer's going to like that. It's quite thick actually. My printer's incredibly fussy, so we'll see. We'll see. If not, it'll be nice to stamp on. And what's nice is it's sticky. Sorry, sticky. Right, so it's just going to be a sticky sheet. So we shall see. I'll give you an update on that and see if it works. Right, I think that's you up to date now, my lovelies. Yeah, nothing else. So, yeah, so tonight, well, when I shut the camera off, I'm going to make a decision about that pink fabric and decide what I'm going to make with it. And then probably carry on stitching that tonight actually. So, and then obviously I've got to take a break and do these bags. So yeah, look at him, he's so cute. Love the puffins, and those are just amazing. I think they're hilarious. Ah, dear little things. Right, okay, I'm gonna let you go. Yeah, that's it really. Nothing else to report. The lino printing, you know, that was like half a day gone, so I just seem to run out of time all the time, and I've got to work tomorrow and Wednesday, so we're still not being dragged back to the office just yet, thank heavens. So it's quite nice because I shut the computer off and straight in the craft room, no journey home. So right, that's it. I'm gonna let you go. Have a lovely day, and I'll catch you up with what I do with this. And when I get the bags made, I'll show you those obviously, and when the fabric packs are done, I'll let you know in case you want some ditzy fabrics. And then I'll sew this one as well. I might do that this afternoon actually, because that'll be quite a nice bit of stitching to do this evening. I need to put that somewhere, don't I? Well, up there. That looks good there. Right, hold on. You stay there. Let's grab a pin. Yeah, so anyway, right, I'm going to let you go. Have a really good day, and I'll catch you up with what I'm up to. All right, bye-bye.